Hey, welcome back to Project Manuals. This is Grace and she's joining me today. This is our daughter and we are gonna cook for you tonight Chicken Jalapeno Popper Soup. It looks delicious and this is gonna be a new something that we're trying inside the Instant Pot, kind of to use some of the other functions that aren't just cut and dry, high pressure. So it's not a low carb or a keto, it is a lower carb soup. You can hear my alarm system wants to try some already. She's over here talking. Anyway, we're gonna let Grayson go ahead and start everything off and she's gonna tell you how we're gonna get this done.
Alright, what's up guys? So first we're gonna throw the butter in there. I'm not actually gonna throw it because probably make a mess. So you're gonna go ahead and put your butter in there. Butter. And because it's kind of hot in there, you can just move it around. It's not on yet. I'm just delusional. So to turn it on, you'll want to press saute. Yeah, saute. Sorry, I'm really tired. On the bottom left, and it'll automatically turn on. It'll heat up the bottom so the top won't get very hot, which means you can hold on to it until you close the lid, whenever that happens. So you just want to make sure your butter hits everywhere so you don't burn anything on there. Because if the butter is touching other things, then it most likely won't burn. And then okay. And then you don't want to put your garlic on yet because it's so small. There's a higher chance of it burning than your bigger stuff. So we're gonna first put the orange bell peppers and the jalapenos in. Kind of sprinkle those bad boys around. Make sure you spray them all off because we want that spicy.
And we have listed the recipe for you in the comments below. So if you'd like to follow along or if you kind of just want to see what's in it, see if it even interests you, go ahead and click that link. It is from a book called Trim Healthy Mama. We don't necessarily follow it, it just really looked delicious. We found it on the web.
And then we're going to throw our onions in there. Okay, set your bowls aside, and then you'll take your wooden spoon, because you might melt your plastic rubber one, and you'll just mix it around until everything's fully combined. Doesn't have to be perfect, just not everything's in piles. And now, hold our spoon, and we set it down, actually. And then you put your garlic in. You don't have to get it all because garlic's very strong on its own. And then we'll just mix it around. And you want to saute it until the onions are starting to look pretty clear and soft. Like you can even pick one up and try to bite into it if
that's something you'd like to do?
Yeah. I personally don't want to do that. So I'll
just until they get clear.
Yeah, just until they all look clear, not just occasional ones. Until everything looks a little bit smaller than when you first put it in. Since they start to like soften. And so you'll just kind of occasionally stir it for a little bit while it sautés. And then you'll be done. The only thing you don't want is for the butter to burn on the bottom because probably not fun to clean out.
Now what I do like about this Instant Pot versus our last one versus the Bella, this one is a stainless insert. So if you do need to scrub it out, get after it with the steel wool. You don't have to worry about scratching it. Our last one was a non-stick. And so I was pretty nervous. Usually I would just soak it with vinegar and kind of scrub it out with a Scotch-Brite carefully. But this one, I really like that we're not going to have to be so careful about it. That if should something scorch or should something burn because life happens, it's going to be pretty easy to get it cleaned back up. So So Grayson started cooking in the kitchen when she was probably 9 or 10. She can run circles around most kids her age. She can run the stovetop, the oven, everything pretty easily. She's pretty new to the Instant Pot still. I think that this is probably maybe one of her first meals to work on it. But as you see, it's not anything that's super complex. She'll be 15 here pretty soon, and
I think
she's
they're almost
got
done.
it made. You want to go ahead and turn her off?
When you turn it off, you just press cancel. Every time. Super easy.
Alright. If you want, won't I pull that and you can go ahead and scoop it in. Perfect. There you go.
You just want to be careful because while the top may not be hot, the bottom certainly is.
Oh my gosh, that smells so good.
It does. It smells like...
Guys, we wish you could be here. This smells amazing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You don't have to get all of it, that's alright.
It'll
be all mixed
it's not like
together.
a bunch of chunks.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Is that most of it?
Yeah, just bring it
All
out
right.
of it. And then you got that full bowl of jalapeno, butter, garlic,
I want to grab
onions,
a paper
pepper.
towel and maybe wipe that off a little bit so it doesn't get stuck to the seal. There you go, that's good. What's our next step?
Our next step is putting the cauliflower in.
Alright, what are we mixing it with?
We are mixing the cauliflower with the cream cheese and the broth.
With the broth first.
But eventually the cream cheese.
Yeah. What I'm going to do, because that's pretty hot and I don't want anything to burn on the bottom of that, I'm going to go ahead and pour some of the broth in first. Oh, sorry about that, guys.
Oopsies.
Alright. That guy.
Now we will put it on, I think, saute again.
So on this one, we're actually going to pressure cook this for, look over there, is it 3 or 5 minutes?
3 minutes.
Okay. Okay.
So to put it on high pressure, it'll be in the bottom right corner. It'll say pressure cook, and then you'll have to press down to 3, and then it'll automatically start. It'll need time to get to pressure though, so it might be a few more minutes than.
Hey, so our cauliflower rice has cooked off. We went ahead and did a quick pressure release. So we're going to get her opened up. And then I know that Grayson had kind of shown you how we took this off, but I think this, excuse me baby, just one second, is so neat how Instant Pot really made the handles to fit inside the other handles to give you a place to put that, especially when it's hot. So what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and get this cauliflower pulled out. And then Grayson's going to go ahead and get it strained for us. I'll try not to splatter you too much. And so what we're going to do whenever we're finished, I feel like I'm all steamy right now, but I have my contacts in. What we're going to do when we're finished getting it all out of there, oh that's good sweetie, is, let me slide it in for just, Grayson's going to swap spots with me. That is super hot, so do be careful. We're going to go ahead and put the cream cheese, oh, I missed a step. We're going to leave the broth out for just a minute and give the cauliflower a chance to kind of melt that cream cheese to get into sort of a creamy texture. And I'm not going to turn the Instant Pot on. I know that sometimes they have that burn notice, and we don't really want to burn anything in the bottom of it. So we'll just let it, it's so hot right now, I don't think it'll take much to get that cream cheese softened up. So for those of you who do have an Instant Pot and you cook a decent amount in it, won't you post in the comments below what some of your favorite recipes are, or even throw a link in there. We'd love to try them and kind of expand our own expertise in this. Most of what we've done up till now is unsuccessful vegetables, a lot of hard-boiled eggs, cracked chicken, and some other meats. We've had a good time with it, but we would like to use it with, you know, for example, this one's a 7-in-1, and we probably do 2 or 3 of those options. So it'd be nice to learn some other things that we could do. Alright, so that's pretty melted down. And so then what we're going to do, I'm going to put this right here for now. We'll add just a little bit of this, and that's just the chicken broth it cooked in. And then what we're going to do is use the immersion blender and sort of blend it all together so it gets more of like a creamy consistency. And you're not looking for perfection, you're really just looking to get it a little creamier. Thank you so much. Just give me about another third of what's in there. Yeah, that's good. So we're just gonna mix a little bit of it at a time until we've got, oh goodness, until we've got everything in there. Really nice.
So you can put on this plate.
All right. So now that we've got that done, Grayson, what's next? Do you remember? Can we slide out of your way?
We add all the stuff, right?
Yeah. So are you gonna put your vegetables back in?
So first we're gonna put the pepper, jalapeno, onion mix back in.
You want to use this? Did you get it all?
Most of it. And then we'll throw our tomatoes in there. Try not to splash as much. It's kind of went everywhere. And then our salsa.
Oh my gosh, this is going to be so good.
I'm so excited. And then some black beans. With the black beans, you want to make sure that you rinse them because you don't want them to be starchy. So you just drain the juice and you rinse them. And then we have chili powder and salt. And then we have cumin, sage, and paprika. And then, last but not least, the chicken. Mix it together. Probably would have been smart to get a whisk for the spices, but
oh no, it's fine. It's okay. And it's wild, as you can see in the videos, the other feed. You know, just that one brick of cream cheese and the cauliflower, it looks so creamy. It just looks so good right now.
It's looking amazing.
You got it mixed up?
Yeah.
All right. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and turn the pressure on for about 5 minutes, just to let all those flavors mingle and get nice and hot. And then it's taste test time.
Okay, so to pressure cook one more time. It's on the bottom right. And you'll bump it back up to 5, and then it'll automatically start. It might take a minute to preheat again though. That's okay.
All right, so we have finished our time. We're gonna go ahead and get this guy open. We went ahead and got it got the pressure release there. So it's nice and hot right now. Oh my gosh, guys, look at that. What do you think, babe? Looks so good. Alright. And now the most important part of a video like this, of course. Taste testing. Alright. So from the recipe, it looked like it was recommended cheese and bacon and some fresh cilantro or jalapeno. And so we have got all of these things here. And, oh, babe, where did sour cream go? Sour cream. All right. So I don't know if you can see that very well. Hopefully you can. Guys, I only have one question, and that's why aren't you making it yet? All right. Do us the honors, madam. Is it good? Is it spicy?
Mm-mm. Perfect.
Oh, you guys, that's so good. We just want to thank you guys for being on the video with us, paying attention and hanging out with us. And guys, this is worth what little bit of weight this was, and it made a ton. So this is a 6-quart Instapot, and it is almost full, guys. You've got soup for the week. We look forward to seeing what you guys post in the comments as far as other recipes, and look forward to playing around with it a little more, finding some family favorites. If you haven't subscribed yet at the bottom, go ahead and subscribe. And thank you for helping me. We'll see you guys next time.
It'll be a minute. It's not really instant, but it definitely doesn't take like 2 hours. Or even like 5 minutes usually.
Are you ready?
Yes. Yes.
3, 2. Okay, you guys ready?
I guess it actually depends on how much onion you're cooking. Looks like it's about done though.
You, ma'am, are a pain in the butt.
I know. I was like putting my foot right
Hang your head low.
It was like she could sense that there was food going on up here.
Hang your head low. You're such a distraction to us trying to do this.
All right.
Are you
Are
sure?
we ready?
I don't know. Are you ready?
Mira.
Give me some sass already?
Mira. I'll give you all the sass. Is that
Okay.
what that is?
Okay.
I don't like this being in such a
Okay.
big bowl. But
Questions. Your GoPro on.
Yep. It's on right now.